You're listening to the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. 94.3 Cabayan Radio.
Cabayan Radio 94.3, loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
You are listening to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Cabayan Radio 94.3. Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM. A very wonderful evening to everyone and welcome to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. And my name is Andy and welcome for tonight's Usapang Kabayan episode. So we are now live at our Facebook page so you can also join us. And for those who have not yet followed us sa ating social media account, ating Facebook page and Instagram, please do click like and follow for you to be updated with the latest happenings here in Doha, Qatar. And tonight, mga kabayan, we are set to have another great episode of Usapang Kabayan. And we all know that this month is a great reminder for every strong, beautiful, and independent woman out there, since we are celebrating the International Women's Day for the whole month. That's why, mga kabayan, I am so excited to introduce to you our guest for tonight, a mother with 3 young adult kids and a very dedicated, passionate beauty and wellness industry advocate. She's also a certified technical and vocational education trainer for massage therapy, nail care services, and hairdressing for over 10 years, focusing on salon and spa management training and consultancy. And she is also one of the Philippine government agency's technical curriculum experts who developed the training regulations on massage therapy and nail care services. At ito pa, mga kabayan, she's one of the Team Pilipinas experts who represented the Philippines in the ASEAN Skills Competition as beauty therapy coach during the World Skills held in Vietnam in 2014. And lastly, she is a duly accredited National Competency Lead Assessor and online portfolio assessor by the highest certifying government agency in the Philippines. And now we are so honored. She is currently working here in a private medical center here in Doha. So let me just introduce and welcome you to the beautiful Miss Claire Cabayan. Hi!
Thank you.
Good
Thank you so
evening.
much. I feel very happy to be here and it's so nice, and I would like to say first hello to everyone, all the listeners of Cabayan Radio 94.3 and also those listeners outside Doha,
Around the world.
around the globe. So we're happy that we are here to be able to share something educational, informative topics that will help especially the women out there. So we are going to tackle a lot of things, so please stay with us.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Claire. And we are so glad to finally have you, especially in a very timing March. It's the International Women's Day. And sometimes our little women really needs our help, right?
Yes, I do
especially
believe
with people like you who are definitely expert in the beauty and wellness industry. Okay, so let me
Okay.
just start with a question. Now, probably you've been getting this one for the rest of your life, and when it comes to beauty and wellness. Now, ano nga ba ang naging rason kung bakit you are so passionate in advocating for the beauty and wellness industry?
Oh, okay. That question has a long answer, actually. Okay, being passionate because I love what I'm doing. To be honest, I even do it for free sometimes. Okay,
Wow.
because I would like to see people, especially the women, like if they have this beauty, I want to enhance that beauty. You know, so something that it's really fulfilling for me. And then advocate. It's because I really want to fight for it. You know, it's like you have to be beautiful. You have to be, you know, in every situation of your life, you have to have it. And whatever that have is, we will tackle that later on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with that, you deserve every beauty.
Yes, of
right?
course.
Anyway, so nakita ko kanina na you also had an experience as a beauty therapy coach representing the Philippines in the ASEAN Skills competition in Vietnam. Tell us about it naman. How's the experience? Was it
Okay.
so pressuring on your part?
Mixed. Actually, I would say it's mixed because number one, it's a big challenge
Of course.
to train a candidate. Secondly, it's also something that you have to feel worry in a sense that you
Ooh.
have to prepare a lot.
Okay.
A lot. Like preparing from the coaching, mentoring and training, you know, you have to give a bit of a boost dun sa training mo, candidate, and then at the same time you have to be inspecting every single item that the candidate should be using, kung does it really follow the standards there, and then because everything is by number. You know, they will have to grade one by one. So
Grabe, no?
and the fact na when you go abroad, by the way, these world skills happen every 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So pagka may mga qualifications tayo na medyo kaya nating ilaban, pinapasok natin sa ibang bansa. Now, the thing is, once you are there, you will find a lot of similarities and differences within the candidates, within the coaches, within the trainers. So parang halo-halo, mixed feeling. But at the end of the day, all you wanted to do is to bring home.
Of course.
You know, bring home
Proud
the bacon,
Filipinas, right?
So no matter, even let's say there is a loss, for example, it's not because you are not good at it, right? It's only because of the higher expectations, and I think this is why we train, right? So again, the word train will be discussed later on again, because this is a very very long discussion
Of course.
actually to the audience. So it's really very educational, informative, that you will always look forward to every question and answer. So but we will have to continue later on.
In fairness naman din ni Miss Claire, before kami nag-on-air mga kabayan, she was trying to at least make everything na talagang easier to understand para sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan, especially women's out there, na kailangan talaga nila ng knowledge when it comes to this stuff, right? So, since na-mention mo yung pagko-coach mo, so how long does it take to train for the competition?
Okay. What is actually the standard is that a trainee should have at least a minimum of 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. Because you have to memorize every single detail of what you have to learn, right? So in every competency, there are criteria. So you really have to not perfect it, but the best that you can actually give into it. So, I would say na, actually, alam mo, marami akong gustong sabihin, pero gusto ko siyang i-delay. Kasi may mga connecting topics
Yes,
siya.
okay, I understand.
Okay, so, medyo putulin muna natin.
Okay, alright.
Let's go
Not a
on the
problem.
second.
Mas maganda din yung may excitement pa
Yes.
rin for the last part. Since we are going to have this as an hour of great talk when it comes to beauty and wellness expert. Now, I also know that you are a mother of 3. So, given that you are so busy, advising these beautiful women, and then you also have your own world, you also have your personal attachment to what is needed, especially being a mother. So, how do you manage your job and ensure that despite your very hectic schedule, kung sasabihin natin, you still take care of yourself? Nung nakita ko si Miss Claire, nung pagpasok niya dito, sabi ko, ang ganda namang babaeng to. Sabi ko, huwag niyo itabi sa akin yan. Ang ganda.
Okay. I think the answer is involvement.
Okay.
Okay? So, if you are a mom
Okay.
and you have kids, you have to involve them in what you do. Because you inspire them. You have to inspire your kids. You have to motivate your kids. Na you have to walk the talk, right?
Yes, of
so
course.
if you are busy and you show them that you have time for them and you instill that on them. It's like, I have no reason to be busy and not be able to do this.
That's right.
Right? Because, in every day of our life, you always need to take a break.
Oh.
Right? Take a break.
Totoo yan.
It doesn't mean that I have to be in Maldives today, this week in Thailand, just to have that break. No. When you say break, you have to somehow meditate in between, right? Because it will actually change everything. So if you're mad at this moment, for example, you're very, very mad, then you have to slow down.
Okay. Kalma muna. Ganyan. Okay.
Count 1 to 10. Inhale, exhale, and then it will change gradually because it's something that stops you. Oops, it's, come on. You need, if there's no one to stop you from something, then stop yourself
You need to
by
have a
being
breather,
aware.
right?
Yeah. So now, going back to the word involvement. So when I was still with my kids, when I was back in Manila, I would bring them with me. Right? So if I go to this government agency to do our practice, or the understudy program and all that, I would bring one of my kids. So he would see what's going on with my mom. Where is my mom going? What is my mom doing? Yeah? And then, and not only there, outside work, I also bring them. Sports. Yeah? So, they can see, oh, my mom is playing badminton. I want to learn badminton, right? And then another, different ways to actually get them see what you are actually doing, and then that's how you do it. You don't keep yourself busy. Of course, there are times that you really have to stay in the office. You have to stay at work. You have a demanding boss, for example.
Okay.
And then, of course, if there are people really taking your time, you have the choice, right? Wait, you know what? I need a break. Okay, I'll get back to you later. As simple as that.
That's right.
You have to say, and you have to learn to say no.
No.
And later, right? Because it won't hurt them.
But not maybe.
Yeah, not maybe. Because they wouldn't know if you will go out and not come back anymore.
So dapat yes or no lang, mga kabayan.
Yes, I can help you. I can do that later. Let
Later.
me
Take it
rest.
from
Yeah,
Miss Claire
ganyan.
Cabayan over
Diba?
here. Ayan, so
Yeah.
kakasimula pa lang natin, Miss Claire, but I am already, getting the vibes and the view of how awesome and rewarding your job is. And when it comes to beauty and wellness. So, I'll let you relax first kasi mahaba-habang usapan to.
Yes.
We'll go on a short break, mga kabayan. Please stay with us for tonight's Usapang Kabayan episode.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan!
It's 6:16.
Time check is brought to you by Daiso Japan. Most products from 7 Qatari Riyals. Now open at City Center, Doha, first floor.
Ngayong Ramadan, pagkatapos ng fasting, all-you-can-eat naman ang handog ng Papa John's. Sa halagang 33 Qatari Riyals lamang, may unlimited dining ka na sa alinmang branch ng Papa John's. Ramadan Kari, mga kabayans, ang pagbati ng Papa John's.
Cabayan Radio 94.3. Loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
You're listening to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
Usapang Kabayan. Usapang Kabayan.
Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan. Usapang Kabayan. Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online. Dito lang sa Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
Once again, good evening to everyone and welcome to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Doha, Qatar. My name is Andy and again, welcome for tonight's Usapang Kabayan episode. It's Beauty and Wellness Talk. And we are live on our Facebook page po, so you can again join us. And for those who have not yet followed our Facebook page and Instagram, please do click like and follow. And again, tonight we are very lucky to have Miss Claire Cabayan to share her expertise and view when it comes to beauty and wellness. Once again, thank you so much for coming over here, Miss Claire.
You're welcome. Thank you again.
Okay.
Next round 2 ng mga
Round 2
invitation
tayo
natin.
ngayon for our questions kasi andito na siya eh. So, tanungin na natin. Ang daming dapat natin itanong. So, napag-uusapan natin, to begin with, it's about beauty and wellness. Now, and you also shared your tips on how can you handle being a mother and being at this very demanding job at times. So, eto nga yung tanong for sure ng ating mga kababayan. How can a person maintain health and wellness in the midst of their very hectic lifestyle?
Okay. First of all, we believe in the saying, you have to balance everything, right? So, anything that is too much is not good.
Yes.
Anything that is too less, it's not good, right? So, we really have to balance. Talking about the balance, we have like the 4 pillars that we always have to consider in our day-to-day living, right? So, those 4 pillars, one of them is the sleep. Okay? So, a lot of us are deprived of sleep.
Welcome to adult life.
For whatever reason is, you actually have a choice to sleep. But you cannot make yourself sleep.
Sa mga
because of
K-drama kasi yan eh.
so many reasons eh. So, ano ba ang importance na kailangan talaga natin na i-complete ang sleep? It plays a very vital role sa ating beauty and wellness, as I would say. Okay? So, it helps kasi with hormonal balance, right? So, it keeps your heart healthy, it reduces stress, it helps keep the blood sugar consistent.
Yes.
It also reduces stress. Kasi if you are sleeping, you don't feel stress. That's for sure.
Okay.
Stress prevents inflammation and helps control weight.
Okay.
Control weight, we are on the fasting mode. So, we are losing calories, by the way, when we sleep, right? So, that's really important. And during the sleep, we have this process in the body na nagkakaroon siya ng healing, right?
Yes.
So, hinihil niya yung mga dapat na tanggalin na mga toxic waste sa body natin. So, how do we call that? Cellular cleansing.
At ito po
Cellular
ba yung
cleansing.
regeneration ng cells?
Oo, kasi meron tayong ano bang tawag natin doon? autophagy.
Yes,
Autophagy, this is a natural cleansing process in the body. Their filtering process, di ba? Nagfi-filter siya, sineseparate niya yung mga toxins, the good bacteria to the bad bacteria. And then if you complete those hour of sleep, kaya mayroon tayong tinatawag na at 10 o'clock, make sure you are in bed. Right? You are in bed because that's the first time na the clock will tick. Hey, I'm going to start cleansing your body, go to sleep.
You have to sleep.
Right? And then one by one yan, the liver, the lungs, the pancreas, the gallbladder, and all of this process.
It seems like magic is going on while you're sleeping,
while you are
no?
sleeping. And you are in your rest mode.
Yes.
That's the time that they are more active, right? Active siya. So, 10. So, hanggang 4 o'clock yan eh. So, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 5, 6 hours. Kaya nga minsan, mararamdaman mo, when you try to notice, you wake up in the middle of the night to pee, or just before the early morning to pee, because the process is done.
Oh.
The waste management is done.
Okay.
Diba?
Nire-release na niya.
Nire-release niya
Kaya
na yan.
pala,
diba?
no?
Oh. Ngayon, kung kulang ka sa tulog, hindi lahat sila naki-cleanse. Hindi lahat
kayo,
sila
mga kulang sa
napi-filter,
tulog.
nalilinis. Diba? So, kulang-kulang. So, minsan, pwedeng, it can happen that because of lack of sleep, your mood is different.
Not okay.
Yeah? Because part of your body, hindi inabot ng cleansing process. So, parang moody ka. Ganyan.
Hanggang liver lang yung cleansing.
Oo. So, di ba? Parang
Kasi
yung
natulog.
actually, baka nga magalit pa si liver. Bakit mo ako nilinis? Ang dami ko ininom kagabi.
That's
so,
right.
Diba?
That's right.
So, mood mo ngayon, ay, bitin yata ininom ko. Joke. Di ba? So, yun yung mga dapat nating kino-consider, no? Na we have to make sure. Siguro meron dyan nag-iisip or nagsasabi, paano kung ang duty ko hanggang gabi?
Oo, yung
diba?
ibang
Paano
shift
yung
din.
graveyard ako? Diba? Kaya nga po, kawawa kayo.
Huwag na kayo mag-graveyard.
So, huwag na kayo mag-graveyard. But, there's always a solution to that. You always have to take supplements, you know? There are always good things that you
Vitamins,
can do.
right?
Vitamins, take a lot. And of course, if you were not able to sleep well on the night or because of your schedule, then try to compensate it. Although we do believe that you cannot compensate an overnight of non-sleep with 1 week of sleep, right? So what will you do? That will be another topic later on.
That's right. Now, since you've mentioned about the 4 pillars of wellness, now, and in the world of makeup, in the world of beauty, and even yung mga cosmetic surgery, di ba? Ang dami na nowadays.
Yes.
And gusto ko lang malaman po, Miss Claire, what's your take about men and women who are willing to perform cosmetic surgery in order to enhance their physical appearance?
My take is, kanya-kanya yan.
Mind your own business.
Yeah, everybody has his own. You know, it's like if you are happy with something that you do, no one
Why
stops
not?
you, right? And if you have the money to do it, why not, right?
That's correct.
And if you have the capacity in every way, in every manner, do it. Question is, would you regret after or not?
Yun ang
Right?
tanong.
So, always think about the pros and cons, right? So, it's nice to do something about your face, about your body. But, is it really necessary, right? So, how long, how far are you willing to go with it, right? Are you willing to do for example, Botox? Okay? Are you willing to really do that every 6 months?
Oh, so that procedure is every 6 months din pala, no?
Yes. There are some that will take longer before you do the next session, and there are some maybe twice, thrice. It depends on the effect. It depends on everybody's reaction. Di ba? Yung body reaction nila. Yung cell reaction.
Yes,
diba?
totoo.
So, another thing is, if you are a person who loves to really go for surgeries, aesthetics, let's say, aesthetically. So, may hangganan yan eh, right? So, for example, the boobs, for example, disclaimer.
Okay.
I don't know the reality of doing this implant thing, reality sense na talaga bang hanggang tumanda ka, di ba?
Okay.
Kasi I heard from my friends, experience, they were told by their doctors that when you reach a certain age, you still have to remove it.
Okay.
Right? So you will be beautiful only for the particular period of your life.
So that's temporary, definitely.
Yes, di ba?
So if you are willing to go cosmetic surgery, then you have to really think a lot of times before jumping into your decision, because you might regret it. But for some people who would love to, enhance more of their physical appearance, why not? Go ahead. That's your choice. That's your call, right?
Yeah, that's true. But then I would say, if you have the beauty in you, it doesn't have to be through aesthetics. Not it shouldn't be through chemicals or surgeries, right? So I think everyone has its own beauty.
That's
You
right.
only have to enhance.
That's correct.
Yeah, only have to enhance. In what way? We will discuss about it.
Yes, and in what way we're going to get back to you guys. We will have another break, and sa ating pagbabalik, eto na. Mas lalong exciting po mga kabayan, because live na live po mamaya na magde-demo si Miss Claire Cabayan dito sa Usapang Kabayan episode tonight. So make sure you are still there, because it is your time to ask question related to beauty and wellness. And once again, don't you go away. Usapang Kabayan with RJ Andi and our guest for tonight, Miss Claire Cabayan.
Usapang Kabayan. Usapang Kabayan. Kabayan. Usapang Kabayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3, loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3.
Live, online, on air, and on ground. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Cabayan Radio 94.3. You are listening to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Cabayan Radio 94.3. With more than 257,000 unique audience and more than 60,000 followers, Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM is the best. It is the best marketplace for your advertisements. For inquiries, please contact our sales and marketing department at 44994944 or email info@cabayanfm.com.
Cabayan Radio 94.3, loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Cabayan Radio 94.3. You are listening to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
It's 6:30.
You are listening to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Cabayan Radio 94.3. With more than 257,000 unique audience and more than 60,000 followers, Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM is the best. It is the best marketplace for your advertisements. For inquiries, please contact our sales and marketing department at 44994944 or email info@cabayanfm.com.
Cabayan Radio.
Cabayan Radio.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar.
And all-time favorites.
The music.
Mga kababayan.
The entertainment.
I feel good.
A Filipino touch. Pinoy proud. Cabayan Radio. Cabayan Radio. 94.3. A variety of both original Filipino music, or OPM, and international music. Latest news, hot topics, and many more. 94.3 Cabayan Radio. The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar.
For your advertising needs, please contact Cabayan Radio Sales and Marketing Team at 44994943 or email at info@cabayanfm.com. Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM, bringing your business to the Filipino and international communities.
Cabayan Radio 94.3, loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Cabayan Radio 94.3. You're listening to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. We are taking radio to a whole new level. Cabayan Radio 94.3. With more than 257,000 unique audience and more than 60,000 followers, Cabayan Radio, Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM is the best. It is the best marketplace for your advertisements. For inquiries, please contact our sales and marketing department at 44994944 or email info@cabayanfm.com. Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online dito lang sa Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
Once again, good evening to everyone and welcome to Cabayan Radio 94.3, the first and only Filipino radio station in Doha, Qatar. And welcome for tonight's Usapang Kabayan episode, Beauty and Wellness Talk with Miss Claire Cabayan.
Okay, thank you again. Kabayan. I think the word for today is Kabayan talaga.
It is meant
no?
for you.
Yeah. My last name is Kabayan and I'm with my Kabayans right here in Cabayan Radio.
Yes, thank you so much. Hindi natin alam, joker pa lang to si Miss Claire. Anyway, eto na nga. We are on the third set of our interview for the Usapang Kabayan tonight. Since you've mentioned a while ago, we've already mentioned about the pillars and sleep. Now, how about good nutrition?
Ayan.
Ano nga ba ang importansya nito?
Okay, good nutrition is actually the second pillar that we are discussing today. I think most of you believe in the saying, you are what you eat.
Yes,
right?
Totoo yan.
So, if you are eating fresh fruits,
you are fresh.
Fresh food, then you look fresh, right?
Yes.
So, you will notice the pinkish tone in your skin, the smoothness, right? You don't have the eye bags, you don't have whatever blemishes. So, so definitely the food has something to do with your aura, you know, the physical aspect of you. Okay, so when it comes to the nails, for example, the nails, they talk about you, your health, right? So if I would be sitting right here now, then I would check, let's say, your nails. If I notice that it's chipping, it's peeling, right? Then you have vitamin deficiency, iron deficiency, I would say. And if I would see that it's brittle, right? And then, or you have your yellowish color in the nails. So all of these, they tell something about you. Your something inside your organ, something about what else?
Your skin, even your skin, right?
Makikita. The roughness of your skin will tell. The wrinkles and the fine lines will tell how insufficient good food you are having, right? So it will also show that on your hair. So kaya most
Nako,
of
yung
us
hair ko.
women, we keep on buying products,
I'm
my
guilty
hair
with
is so dry. I need something that will hydrate my hair.
Conditioner ka agad.
Kaya naman itong mga
ganyan.
market na to, masyado silang natutuwa sa mga katulad natin. Kasi, namumroblema siya. She's having a problem with the dryness of her hair.
Yes.
Let's produce this. Let's manufacture this,
Yes,
right?
totoo.
So, and then they will see that you have a lot of your blemishes, you have pigmentation, you have your melasma. Eto na naman si the dermatology industry. Eto sila papasok. We have to do this and that. We
Yes,
have to
yes.
apply this and that. Kaya yumayaman yung market, 'di ba? So ngayon, habang yumayaman sila, magpayaman naman tayo ng ating information and educational
That's right.
topics para naman makontra natin yung mga artificials, right? So let's go for the freshies.
Okay.
So we are going to do a demo. Okay?
Yes.
So, and this is actually for an elderly or mature woman. Itong gagawin natin. There are different kinds. By
Yes.
the way, there are different kinds of makeup application. Kung ano ang dami ng shampoo, ganun din ang makeup.
Oo nga,
Kung ano
no?
ang dami ng
Nakakalito
polish,
minsan.
ng nail polish, ganun din
Right.
kadami, right? So, we started already with the
Bare face with the
bare face.
hair.
We already actually, I did the hair na para hindi na tayo kakain ng time.
Yes.
So her hair was a while ago flat and dry, like she just came out from the laundry. So now, she came out from the salon. Yun na yung peg niya ngayon. Right? So if you notice our model, as an elderly or mature woman, hindi na natin kakahiya yan. That is a given, given
And of course, hindi dapat
scenario na
ikakahiya
sa
because
atin.
here, Miss Donna is one of our
Yes.
confident, esteemed team here in Cabayan Radio. A very successful
And also a
woman.
mother.
And also a mother.
Yes. So, if you notice, meron tayong mga questions dyan, maybe out there, that they're talking about, I have a round face.
Okay.
How will I make it,
Small.
oblong or
Oblong,
smaller?
oval
right?
shape.
Oval, yan. I have a problem with my eyebrows because it's round or ano yun, yung spars, right? Or I may have thick but they are not defined. No, I don't have the arch, right? So, actually, inayos na natin yon para sa kanya. Again, to lessen the time. Let's do the quick. Let's say, 5 to 10, maximum 15 minutes, if we can do it. This is only to give tips that no matter how busy we are, we should take and devote time to enhance yourself, right? Because once you step out of your house, you are no longer in your house, you are somewhere else, then at least change.
You have to present yourself nicely.
Present yourself like a groomed mom, right? You have to look pleasant, especially you are in a company working with a lot of people, right? And then maybe sometimes you are also dealing with other people, talking to other people. Then
That's
at least
right.
you have you can present yourself in a very neat looking status, right?
Okay.
So, with us today is one of the Cabayan Radio's staff.
Yes.
And we are not going to do a lot on her face because we are doing a natural nude
Okay.
makeup. So, meaning to say, you don't see the makeup at all.
That's right.
But the face is enhanced.
That's
Right?
correct. That's correct.
Okay? So, for a woman who is busy, especially if you are not the woman who really go for the makeup. Like, wala akong hilig dyan. I'm not into makeup. Some women are. I don't like because I have allergies. Right? Or they would say, I'm not going to a party. Why would I
Why would I
put on
do a full makeup?
right? Or they can say, I don't think I can do makeup for myself. I don't know how. Okay? And the worst is, I don't have money to buy makeup.
Yun yung worst.
Di ba?
Parang magsi-self-pity ako doon.
Okay,
I don't have
so
money.
you don't really have to buy expensive products to enhance
Yes,
yourself, ha? Ano ba naman si Johnson's baby powder dyan, di ba? Kaya nga meron tayo niyan. Okay, anyways, so, now, if you are a busy woman and you are always on the run, on the go, okay, if you can afford to look yourself in the mirror for 10 minutes, in 10 minutes you can actually enhance yourself, right? Because I've seen a lot of those. Sa office lang eh, taking a break after work or in between working, they would go to the restroom, nag-CR, tapos harap sa salamin, they will go to the mirror, and then they will do this, they will do that. You know, they are spending already 5 to 7 minutes just do that, just doing that. Then they will come back, sit down again in their desk. Ano nangyari?
Pero walang nagbago.
Wala nagbago.
Oh, yun. Dapat may magbago kung mag-CR man.
So, now, in your case, the first step, okay, the number one rule of taking care of your face is the proper cleansing.
Okay.
Okay? You have to do the, what? The cleansing.
Okay.
You have to do the exfoliating. Okay? You have to do the hydrating or moisturizing. And then, of course, the last is sunscreen.
Yes.
Right?
Important.
So, let's just pretend that it's done.
Yes.
Okay? Sunscreen is important, especially if you are a woman with a lot of pigmentation.
Yes.
Melasma. Okay? Because the more you're exposed to sun, then the more they multiply. Okay? So, the only way is avoid natin. It's either we cannot actually avoid, right? So, just put on the sunscreen. Okay. So, balik tayo sa kanya. We only want to make her aura to glow.
Okay.
Okay? Not necessarily fully made up. And not necessarily wala na si eye bag, wala na si higher cheekbone.
Yes,
No.
that wouldn't be possible, right? Of course.
We are not doing a fashion or a bridal or editorial or celebrity makeup.
Yes.
This is only for a
everyday
day-to-day
mom.
enhancement.
Yeah.
As a mom,
Yes.
working in the office, right? Okay. So first of all, rule of the beauty industry is sanitize.
Okay. Of course.
Okay? So, hygiene and sanitation is very, very important. Especially with your products, they must be cleaned, brushes are properly washed, and you spray actually disinfectants on the makeup. Okay? Do not expose your makeup. Like when you are outside. I saw a lot of women with this sponge, with the
beauty
brushes.
blender. Yeah.
They don't even put it in a nice container or plastic.
Yes.
They just drop inside the bag.
Nako.
Right? So, and then afterwards, they will pick
Gagamitin
them
na
up,
naman.
and then they felt like they are sweating, they are shiny because of the oil, and then they will get it from their bag direct, and then boom, and then the following day, what's
Same.
in there? Pimples.
Yes.
Okay, it creates zits. Okay? By the way, yung mga pimples kasi bacteria yan.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So, we have to understand why the zits come out also, right? So, kapag ka nagsasanitize, you always have to dry it as well in the air. You don't really do this because you're trying to not mix. What is on the left and on the right, you don't mix them, right? So, let them dry.
Are you ready, Miss
Are you
Donna?
ready? Baka pati siya, kailangan natin i-sanitize.
Ready na si Miss Donna.
So, okay. For those girls who have little knowledge about
Ay, nako.
the sets,
Okay, ako na yan.
the products, okay. Every single brush has its own purpose. You don't use the powder brush as a blush, okay?
Yes.
You don't use the applicator as your eyeliner applicator. So, marami siya, no?
Let me
So,
just
meron
say
tayong
that I am
biggest.
guilty of it.
Yeah.
Lahat tinitignan ko, brush siya pareho para sa akin. Hindi
Oh,
ko
nga.
alam.
Pero but you notice there are small, a lot of
Yes.
small, and those small
Iba-iba
ones
yung
are
shape.
only for the eyes alone. It
Yes.
will already take you a lot of brushes to use. But we are not using them all now. And by the way, this is not a makeup class, so I'm not going to identify one by one and let you know. Okay? So, now, nilagyan na natin siya ng moisturizer, for example, natapos na siya and all that.
So
Okay?
the first one, we should start with...
Okay. First one is we have to put a bit of foundation which is nearest to her skin.
Okay.
Right? So, pagka nearest to her skin, actually we already applied to make it fast, no? So we applied, so pag napapansin ninyo, parang wala.
Okay.
Okay? So if you are acidic, you have to
yes.
choose
Oo nga, no?
a product that is one shade lighter than your skin.
One shade lighter. If you
So,
are acidic.
para pag nag-oxidize siya, it will just blend.
Okay.
No, bababa lang yung tone niya, yung color niya. Right? So, kapag naglagay na tayo, so now we are going to do her normally, hindi na
Diba, Miss
natin
Claire,
dapat
meron
ginagawa.
tayong type of skin na dry at saka oily.
Yes. So, you have to buy or apply a makeup that actually would suit your face. So, if you are an oily face, you have to use matte products.
Yes,
okay?
that's
Matte.
right. To set it in.
Para na rin makover. Kasi yung
Yes.
mga matte products are very good in covering the
Okay.
blemishes. So, pagka gumamit ka naman ng dewy products, it's only used to enhance to, let's say you have nice points on your face, you have nice cheekbone, you have nice apple of the cheeks or plane of the
okay.
cheeks, you have a nice forehead, if you want to accentuate,
Okay.
right? So you do that. But it's not good when you are in front of the camera. Right? Kasi,
Because of the lights then.
by the way, the difference between yung highlighting and shading. The highlighter, it actually show up more of your face. Nagpo-protrude.
Okay.
'Di ba? Lalo siyang bubuka.
Okay.
So, and the shading, it's recession. So, nire-recess niya. So, meaning to say, pag masyadong cheeky, masyadong mataba ang face, you want it to flatten,
Yes.
'di ba? So, you use the shading. So, not all the shading techniques and the highlighting techniques applicable. So, if you see in the YouTube, si mga ganyan,
May
when
mga
you are
beauty
trying to
gurus
learn,
dun eh,
oh,
right.
most of the time you will see the examples, yung mga diagram ng mga faces. They put here, like triangular. But that is applicable for that face shown on YouTube.
Only her
right?
face.
Not on you. Especially if you have very, very low plane of the cheek, right? So instead of doing the highlighting, you will do something else, right? So maybe itataas mo lang siya, like kung medyo nakasagang face mo, you will only lift a bit.
Okay.
So, you have to do the highlight where you want to lift the face. Right? So, kung masyadong malaki yung mga panga, and then you put the shades.
Ito na yung shading, just to tone it down.
The dark shading.
The dark
right? Okay. So, in her case, kapag ka sinabi natin na 20-minute makeup sa morning, you cannot do this. Yung mga highlighting, yung mga shading, because this is not what you are going to do just to go to the office.
Yes,
right?
yes.
You're only enhancing.
Simple lang.
Right? Parang removing the oil, the dullness of your face, you know. You are not going to have a commercial entry anywhere. So, okay.
All
All
right.
right.
We're going to start it with Miss Donna with, like, for example, meron na siyang moisturizer and everything.
Yes.
So first part is we're going to
Okay. Now, what I would like to do is, she has an eye bag. Okay? Somehow, para namang walang nangyari kung hindi mo naman
totoo
coveran,
yan.
di ba? Somehow, you have to do something about it. And then, so that your office mates will not tell you, did you sleep last night? O, di ba? Parang yung mga, did your boyfriend break you? You know? Parang, why are you looking so sad? Di ba? So, okay. So now, beauty blender. You have to use this always wet or damp.
Okay.
Damp. How will you make it damp? You soak it in the water or run water with it, right? And then you have to squeeze it not using your hands but using the towel.
Okay.
Let the towel
that's right.
absorb, right? And then meron pang matitira. So, the reason why you wet this one is for this not to eat the products. Right? So, if you get the product and you apply, there's nothing to be applied because na-absorb. Right? So, in her case, we'll just do a beautifying technique. So,
Okay.
I will apply. Okay.
Ito
I
yung
have
ginagamit
this.
niya.
I have this, right?
So the second...
I have 6 colors here, but I'm not using everything because we're
Yes.
only doing the simple makeup, okay?
Okay.
I'm using the middle one here,
Okay.
all right? Just for the eye bags to cover. Okay.
Alright.
So, look up. She will look up. So, ang focus ko ngayon is itong mga bags na to, right? If you are watching in YouTube, marami kang matututunan, right? You will learn a lot actually. But they will never tell you the product's usage. They will only do the demonstration, but they will not
Of
tell you
course.
na I have an oily face, so I have to use
Wala
this.
masyadong ganun eh. Like, dire-diretso lang sila
Dire-diretso.
sa YouTube nila.
And the only people who can actually relate to that are the makeup artists and
Yes.
those people who have the gift. Like they know. They did not study, but they can
They know how
actually
to
do
look at it. Kung anong dapat.
So, I will apply, look up. Okay. Ngayon, if the sponge, the beauty blender is wet, actually, it will diminish the fine lines,
Okay.
yung mga wrinkles. Because the more you use dry product, the more the wrinkles, the fine lines become visible.
Okay.
Right? So, in order to avoid that, and you don't wipe. You only
Tap,
dab.
dab.
Yeah,
Okay.
dab. Especially if you have mature skin, the product is having a hard time to reach the lines, the inner part, right? Okay. So, we are not going to do this too much because she actually have something on her face already. This is to just demo to you the areas that you need to focus on.
Okay.
Okay? And then I will use the same here because it's too protruded, right? It's a bit lifted. So I will only try to cover those areas.
Miss Claire, when it comes to kind of makeup, especially sa mga may allergies sa face, so better talaga na maghanap sila ng label with hypoallergenic.
Yeah, they have to
Right?
use hypoallergenic products. Ayan, yung mga safe. Para dermatologically tested talaga sila. Okay. Itong part niya is medyo protruded din. So, we will try to cover that. Right? Sorry, this is actually not the way to do the makeup thing because normally I should face her, like
Yes.
super face her.
But since we are just showing you
Yeah,
mga kabayan
the
and how,
application.
the application, how it's done, o ano nga ba yung mga type of colors or skin na dapat sa skin type ng isang tao.
And this is a very quick one. So, wala na yung mga highlighting, wala na yung
Yes.
shading, contouring. We are not doing that because she is not going to any party.
This
right?
is just a natural look.
Yeah, it is nude. Like super
Yes.
nude. Right?
Okay. Do you also have to include like the neck? Yun yung nakikita ko
kasi
sa iba.
sometimes, if you are wearing a good makeup, actually, if you are really good in makeup, kapag you don't need anymore to do anything on the neck.
Oh, okay.
Because you were already able to get the tone You were able to even out,
Okay.
right? So in her case, we are not using anything on the neck, right?
All right.
Maybe for celebrity makeup, you really have to.
Oo, kailangan kasi.
That's
Especially
kasi
if
yung mga
they're going
cameras,
out
the
sa TV.
lights, has
Yes,
something to
totoo
do
yan. Aha.
with the effects, right? Okay. So now, if I will apply this another simple technique and not really
That's for the blush, Miss Claire?
yeah,
Okay.
this is for the blush and you don't actually need to separate your eyeshadow.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
this is why we call it the 20 or 15-20 minute makeup. You can actually do it in 7 to 10 minutes if
Okay.
you have everything
Yes.
one stop
Diretso
shop,
na.
right? So, in her skin color, elderly, the pinkish ones, they are more for young people.
Okay.
Yeah. So, especially if they have white skin.
So, dapat may bracketing, no?
Oo, may bracketing
Makeup,
talaga yan,
yeah.
di ba? So, mga group, certain group of age. And then, for her, we will use only the old rose pink because it's not too bright,
It's
not too
natural
deep,
looking.
right? So, if I will choose this one, right?
Okay.
So, I'm using the blush brush.
Okay,
Again,
that's for the blush brush,
okay,
guys.
not the powder brush, okay? So, I will use this.
Miss
And-
Donna, are you okay?
So, okay. So now, ang gagawin lang natin is, we only have to do a very, very simple stroke. So, we go for the C. The C stroke. Okay, and then circular motion, and then the C stroke.
Okay, so that's how you do it.
Yeah, just on the side. We are enhancing the side, right? So,
Okay, on the
and
other
when the
side.
product is too much,
Okay.
you have to remove if it's too much. Okay? So, again,
C.
C.
Makikita nyo mga kabayan, ito pala yung strategy and how to make it like lighter lang din sa face and natural tignan. Ayan.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, meron na siyang color. Hindi na siya, he's not looking pale anymore. She has the color pinkish but not pink. Right? Okay. Now, since we use the blush, in order for you to save money and save more products to use, then you can actually use it as your eyeshadow.
So you can also use the blush powder as your eyeshadow.
So what I used on her cheek, I can also use for her eyelid, right? So if I will apply, close your eyes. So focus on the middle first, and then circular. Okay, and then do this. Sweep left and right. Circle, sweep left and right. Okay. And then again.
Circle, sweep, left and right.
Okay.
That's the strategy.
So there is focus on the eyeball ng lid, sa lid niya. So, okay.
Pero may different kind of applying din, no? Depende sa eye. Like if you're deep set, if you are chinita.
Yes, and by the way, there are two techniques. Either you do it horizontally or vertically, tricolor, duo color. So, marami siya. Okay? But again, in our case right now, we are doing a fast makeup for women who are always busy, on the run, on the go, no time to fix themselves. So, after this, you don't have any reason to tell us that you don't have time to do makeup, right? Okay.
By the way, mga kabayan, if you do have questions, definitely put it on our comment box sa ating Facebook Live. Since andito pa po si Miss Claire Cabayan, pwede niyang sagutin ang mga questions niyo regarding kung gusto niyo mang magpa-enhance in a faster way.
Okay. Meron tayong mga ladies dyan na kilay lang, talo-talo na. Diba? They will never step out of their house without that
because kilay is life, Miss Claire.
Brows, yeah. So, okay. And then another thing is, there are ladies also who are more on the lipstick. They love the pouchy, you
like
know,
me.
how do you call that fish? Bisugo effect.
Bisugo effect.
You know. So, ngayon, in her case, she has actually nice shape of lips. No, malaki na yung lips niya. So, wala nang gagawin. Ngayon, if you are a simple person that you are not into so much makeup, a lip gloss
will do. Okay.
You know, children in high school, they're all have this little gloss in there. The lip tint is actually not nice.
Kasi parang na-erase siya.
Diba? Hindi lang yun eh. Kasi chemical siya. Very strong in chemical yung mga tint. Mga tinted, right? Tapos after a while, may iwan siya sa labi mo. Tapos after time, nag-iiwan siya ng pigment.
Pigment nga.
So, yung iba nangingitim na, ganyan, 'di ba? Nagcha-chap ang lips. Mas prone siya sa dryness. Right? So, in our case, this is a colored balm. It's balm. It's not lipstick. It's just a balm, but it's colored. And it has a minty effect. Because if you don't have time, again, to take care of your face, then your product should take care of your face, right? You have to make sure. Yes, you have a product na mint balm na siya, and it has a lot of benefits already.
Yes, that's right.
So if I would apply, so ihahapyaw-hapyaw, and then it's up to her to do the
Para pag gusto ko yung kasi yung iba, hindi na sila magme-makeup, Miss Claire. Red lipstick lang. Paano yun? Depende din yun, no?
No, the thing is, parang kung maganda ang lips mo, sayang naman hindi mo pa binuo.
Oh, yes.
Di ba parang, ang ganda sana ng lips, kaso
mag-effort ka na.
Di ba? Kahit mag-powder ka na lang, okay na yan. Okay.
All right.
So,
So what color is that?
this is actually plum
Plum. Okay.
in a darker shade.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is again bagay sa
Oo.
edad
And
ni
by
Miss
the way,
Donna.
yung colors ng mga lipstick, may binabagayan yan.
Oo.
Kung
Huwag
bata
masyadong
ka pa.
pink kung nasa ano
diba?
na.
Kung if you're still young, if you're already old, you have to choose the right color para
Okay.
hindi trying hard, you know. I have seen some women, if I'm somewhere, or nasa mga parties, parang feel nila yung colors. Parang ano, yung tingkad na orange,
Oo.
di ba?
Oo
Tapos
nga.
parang,
Ba't may orange na lipstick?
sabi ko,
Huwag
parang,
ganun.
ano nangyari sa skin tone? Parang sabi ko, hindi ko maarok. Sabi ko, ano nangyari? Sabi ko, parang ang mga manufacturers, puro orange na lang yata ang kanilang ginawa. Alright? So, if you notice, nabuhay yung lips niya without the real lipstick. Right? So, hapyaw lang. It's very, very normal, natural. And, tell me, what do you feel? How do you feel dun sa lipstick, yung effect?
Ano lang siya, no? Parang wala lang.
Parang wala lang, nothing.
Yeah, the taste. Is it cold? Is it
It's
mint?
yeah.
Oh, minty
Milk
siya, di ba? Oh, masarap. Oh. Ngayon, kung tutuusin, this, I have a friend. She's 57 years old. She is doing the same. My God, 7 minutes max, she's done. She's
Madali
done.
lang.
Only
right?
3 products.
Okay.
Only 3 products.
So we already had for the face, yung kaninang foundation, meron din tayong for the blush, pwede din tayo sa ating eyeshadow kapag ka-same lang din, pwede, and of course lipstick. At sa pagbabalik pala, Miss Claire, we are also going to check it with Miss Donna how she feels, right? We'll have another break, mga kabayan, for Usapang Kabayan tonight. We still have it here with Miss Claire as a beauty and wellness expert. We'll be right back.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan!
Share the joy of Holy Month of Ramadan with Pizza Hut Ramadan Feast. Buy any 2 cheesy bites medium pizzas and get 4 pieces boneless wings, 16 pieces cheddar cheese balls, Hershey's cookie, and 1.25-liter soft drinks for only 110 Qatari Riyals. Call 4432-0320 or download Pizza Hut Qatar mobile app and enjoy our hot exclusive deals. Order now. Pizza Hut. Now that's more.
The current time is 7:03.
You're listening to the first and only Filipino radio station in Qatar. 94.3 Cabayan Radio.
Cabayan Radio 94.3. Loud and proud.
Mga kababayan.
Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The best music that you want to hear. Morning, noon, and night. 94.3 on your frequencies. Number one in your heart. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
With more than 257,000 unique audience and more than 60,000 followers, Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM is the best. It is the best marketplace for your advertisements. For inquiries, please contact our sales and marketing department at 44994944 or email info@cabayanfm.com.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online dito lang sa Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
Usapang Kabayan, episode 4, Beauty and Wellness tonight with Miss Claire Cabayan. And of course, mga kabayan, andito po ang ating model na si Miss Donna, na talagang nagde-demo si Miss Claire para sa lahat ng mga kababaihan dyan. Now, medyo walang time, especially if you're going to do it in a daily basis. So, a while ago, natapos na natin yung almost. Ngayon, we are going to the eyes, right? Which is the eyeliner. Okay. Now, since natapos na niya po, ano nga ba yung kahalagahan kung bakit dapat may eyeliner din yung babae?
Okay, the purpose of doing or putting on the eyeliner is to make your eyes alive.
Okay.
Right? So, but then the other purpose is if you have small eyes, we can make it big by putting the liners. But it depends on the weight of the product on the eyes, right? So now the tip is if you have a hot lid, right?
What's
so,
hot lid?
Hot lid is when you apply, let's say, pencils or cream liners, after a while, nag-smudge na siya.
Oh, yes.
So
okay.
they are scattering around here, meaning to say you have a hot lid. So in order to avoid that, do not use any creamy product.
Okay.
So use powder. The powder product is perfect
Style
for
lang.
putting it. Now, the thing is, if you are in your mature age, you don't apply dark products because you will look more old, right? So if she has, let's say, black hair, black eyes, black eyebrows, don't put black anymore, right? So just use the dark brown or medium brown.
Lighter color.
Yes,
Okay.
like that.
All right. Now, since we've already discussed about more of the wellness industry, now I'd like to ask you, what can you say about the beauty and wellness industry today po, Miss Claire? Ano nga ba yung parang na-observe mo? And para din sa mga kababayan natin, ano nga ba yung advice mo on how to improve our, well-being? Kung tutuusin, ang dami nating ginagawa in our daily activity.
Okay. Stress will always be there.
Yes.
Right? So, if you're stressed, you should know how to handle it. The fact that you cannot handle your stress, it's a sign that there is a problem.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So, now, the effects of stress, they vary. Okay? They give you the feeling of, let's say, I'm stressed, I do the food. With the food, I will stress it, like that. So it's not a good sign of stress, having that stress. And some other people would have the stress external, right? So if your surroundings is noisy and there are people who are annoying you, and then your work is
It will
overflowing,
definitely show, no? Physically.
Yeah, it will always. And then again, mentioning the 4 pillars, you have to sleep. You have to have a good nutrition. You have to do exercises.
Oh, yes.
Most of all, right? And exercises is good for your body, for the muscles, for the bones, for the joint, especially if we are aging, the bones become weak, brittle,
Yes,
they shrink somehow. So at least do have supplements for it.
Okay.
Always visit a doctor.
Oh, yes.
So what kind of supplements your body needs. And I would highly suggest that you go for a thyroid gland checkup, because the thyroid gland plays a vital role in our body. That's the reason why you have the anxiety, you have this hard concentration, you're having a hard time, or you have this nervousness, you have shaky hands, all these kind of things. It has something to do also with the thyroid gland, right? So meron tayong 2 kinds kasi niyan. We have the T3 and the T4, but that will be explained by the doctors now, because we are not doctors to explain further, right? And again, please try to make sure that you are physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually balanced, okay? And always think that there is life after work.
There's life after work.
You can be busy, it's fine, but you cannot be busy the whole 24 hours of your life, round the clock, right? So try to balance a little bit.
And again, there's life after work.
And it's always a choice.
Yes.
If you choose to stay there and sit down there, then what will happen?
Yes.
But if it's your choice to be positive, to be active, then a lot of changes will actually come
That's
or
right.
happen. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Claire. Can we give her a round of applause, please, for giving us very insightful information about the whole view of beauty and wellness. And again, Miss Claire, it's such an honor to have you with us. And thank you for coming despite of your busy schedule. And since we are unfortunately ending this program, Usapang Kabayan, tonight, can you give your family and friends a shout out muna? Can you say
Okay.
hi to them?
I would like to greet my kiddos.
Yes, hi.
Christopher, Eric, Christian Ulrich, and Kyra Angelica. Hi from mom. Always study well.
Nasa Pinas ba sila ngayon?
Yes, they are. They have to
Yes.
study well, and they're into
Alright.
a lot of sports also. That's why they're as healthy as the mom.
Wow, that's nice. And by the way, hindi pwedeng hindi natin ipakita ang after results ng ginawa ni Miss Claire Cabayan here to Miss Donna, our model for tonight. And there you go, makikita nyo yan sa screen, mga kabayan. Okay? And while you are checking on it, please do not forget to also follow and like Cabayan Facebook page and follow us on our Instagram, and also visit our official website, which is cabayanfm.com/radio. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We just heard Miss Claire Cabayan for Usapang Kabayan tonight. It's a rhyme, Miss, ha? And it was indeed an incredible pleasure to sit down and discuss it with you. Thank you again po, Miss
You're
Claire,
welcome.
for
You're
taking the
welcome.
time.
I hope that the viewers learned something
course,
quick.
they did.
Quick.
They
This
did.
is not deep but quick.
All right. So, since may marami pang questions, do not worry. Ang good news nito, hindi ito first time at hindi ito last ni Miss Claire Cabayan na bibisitahin tayo nito. Okay? All right. That's it for tonight, mga kabayan. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga Facebook viewers. Hoping that you enjoyed and learned a lot of important things that Miss Claire Cabayan had mentioned. And please continue to watch more of our Usapang Kabayan. And syempre sa ating Kabayan shows at sa ngalan po ng pamunuan ng Kabayan Radio 94.3. This has been your Ate Girl Andy for the Usapang Kabayan special edition tonight. Signing off. Keep safe, everyone, and happy Ramadan Kareem! Thank you po, Miss Claire.
Only?
Thank you, Miss Donna.
Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Bibigyang linaw ang mga usaping nagbibigay ng interes sa mga kababayan. Sasagutin ang mga katanungan tungkol sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa mga overseas Filipinos. Magbibigay ng mga impormasyon at kaalaman para sa mga mamamayan. Ito ang Usapang Kabayan! Usapang Kabayan! Sabayang mapapakinggan sa radyo at mapapanood live online dito lang sa Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM.
94.3 on your frequencies. Number one in your heart. Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The first and the only Filipino radio station in Qatar, Cabayan Radio 94.3.
The best music. Music that you want to hear. Morning, noon, and night.
With more than 257,000 unique audience and more than 60,000 followers, Cabayan Radio 94.3 FM is the best.